I hope everybody's doing good. Today I just wanted to show you a few items that I have, tools and weapons that I have that might give you an idea of something that you might think about and something you might want to get a hold of. Coming right up. Well, first of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry that it's taken so long for me to get another video out. This room that I'm in doesn't get heated, and we've had a lot of days of below temperature. I'm not trying to make an excuse. There's days that we're warm enough and I just didn't feel like coming in here. I'm sorry. Anyway, I wanted to show you some of the things that I have that might spark an idea in your head and give you some food for thought. One is a tool that they've been using, that different tribes have used all around the world, and that's a blowgun. Now you can pick these up probably Amazon. I think I ordered this one through Walmart, but it has different types of darts that you can get. These are I think they call them I don't remember. They got little metal tips on them. These ones are just like practice darts. And then of course you got the regular metal pointed darts here. I've got a couple hundred of them put up. People see these little tiny thin metal darts. Let me pull one out. And they think, well, what can you do with that? Well, tribes have been using them to kill their food for a long time. Of course, you're not going to get a deer or nothing like that with it, but as far as small game and warding off people, because I'll tell you what, you hit somebody with that and they're going to back off real quick, because that well go in very far. It goes in about 1/4 inch in drywall, so you figure what it'll do to the skin. Anyway, that's one suggestion. Let me put this down in here, put this aside. Okay. Bear spray. I know a lot of you have seen my little one. It looks like an ink pen that I carry with me everywhere. This is one that I keep in the house. Yes, it says bear spray, but you know what? It works on people too. Of course, if you live somewhere where there's bears, that'll work out good. Okay. This here is a classic. It's a Beeman. The barrel that's on it right now is .22. Now, this one here, you could buy these in different flavors or whatever you want to call it. You could buy it with just the 22, just the .177. This one happens to be the combination, and it came with a scope, but I bought my son one for, I think it was his birthday or Christmas last year, and the scope didn't have all this stuff on it, so I gave him part of mine. Anyway, I like open sights anyway. Anyway, this one comes with the 22 and the 177 barrels. And that's really not a toy. You can really kill somebody with it. It's very high power, especially with the 22. I believe it would take down a deer if you were close enough and you got a good hit right in, say, through the eye or right in the side of the head. So okay, and of course lots of pellets. Each one of these has 500 rounds, so that's 1,000 rounds right there. It'll definitely take down birds, squirrels, raccoons, and then a couple of things of the 177. Okay, now here's one. This is my cane. Now, in the state where I live, and please don't take my suggestions and go out and do these things. Look up the laws and the rules in your area. Now this cane, not only can you swing it and hit somebody with it, this is all metal, so it's pretty stout, and as you see, the eagle there has a pretty sharp beak. If you were to hit somebody with that, you could do some very serious damage. And it's got that in the handle. Now, it's not a sword. It does not have a sharp edge on it. But if you pulled that out on somebody, it'll scare the you know what out of them, and it can do some damage at that point. Now in my state, you cannot carry a cane with a sword in it. That is not a sword. There's no sharp edge on it. So I don't know if they would consider that a sword or not, but technically it's not, because it does not have a sharp edge on it. Okay. My flashlight. I've showed you this in a couple different videos. Nice little bright flashlight. Plus it's got a 1 million volt stun gun in it. And it's rechargeable. Okay. And then as far as the cheap tools go. Now, you know, it kind of irks me when I see all these prepper channels and they've got these $300 knives and stuff. Well, like the name of this channel, Living Frugal. Anyway, this is a cheap knife. I don't remember where I got it. It's got a in the back here, this is a paracord, and back in there there's a sharpening stone. But it's got a fairly nice blade on it. It's not the sharpest thing in the world. I did put a little bit better edge on it than what came with it. It does have a saw back here, and if you feel that, it does feel like it would definitely do some cutting. So I don't think I paid over $20 for it. So yes, if you could afford the nice expensive knives and stuff, you know, you might go ahead and get it. But if you don't have much money, get what you can, use what you got. Okay, these knives here, I think I paid like $3 or $4 for this. But you know what? It's called a Black Label Tactical Blade. It's a nice little locking knife, extremely sharp, and I don't remember where I got it, but very nice. This is a Schrade, an inexpensive knife, but very sharp, and it'll get the job done. But like I said, you don't have to go out and buy real expensive stuff. Use what you got. As far as shovels and things like that, if you got a garden shovel, if you're not planning on bugging out with a backpack and you're planning on bugging in, or if you plan on bugging out with a vehicle or something, if you got a regular garden shovel with the long handle, garden hoe, rake, all those tools are going to come in handy when you know what hits the fan. Now something I bought myself one and my son one years ago. Don't remember where I got this either. But this tool, it has a little hatchet. And I guess that's supposed to be a nail puller in the middle there. But it is pretty sharp. It's got a little shovel. And I don't know why people always put bottle openers on everything. For one, almost no bottles come with that anymore, and usually everybody's got a bottle opener on their knife or on their backpack, you know, hanging from their backpack or something. Now this, the handle comes out. In fact, this goes in here and you don't even have to have the handle hanging way down. I leave it on there because it works better that way. And you pull this out and it's got a nice little saw. Now, I don't expect these tools to get you by day after day, week after week, month after month. This is primarily for an emergency, for that one-time use you might need it, or something like that. It's cheap, inexpensive. Now, when the shovel's on there, that's pretty sturdy. You're going to do some digging with that if you like being on your knees. Anyway, I mainly wanted to show some of the cheaper things that I've got here. Of course, not the air rifle, the pellet rifle. That's a little bit more expensive than anything else I got here, I think. So, the main thing I wanted to kind of drive home is you don't need the expensive tools and stuff. Use what you got. if you can't afford the expensive ones, get some of the cheaper stuff. Because you know what? Most of us aren't going to be needing it day after day after day. Most of us are going to need it for an emergency, for a weekend, 7 days, 8 days until we can get to a safe place or whatever. So, like I said, use what you got. Pick up inexpensive stuff if that's what you can afford. And I'm sorry it took me so long in between videos here. I'm trying to get caught back up. I've got a lot of them in the back of my head. Some I couldn't do because I wanted to do some testing with some fire starters and stuff, but it's just too dry out. In fact, we've had, oh gosh, a couple of houses burn up here just yesterday. They've had, I think it was like 8 fires along the interstate close to where I live. Today, just east of me here, or excuse me, west of me, they had several fires, so I haven't been able to do that video. But we'll be working on a couple more in the very near future. I got one in the works that I have to get some other stuff together to finish it up. So anyway, I'll try to get another video up within a week. So, well, before I go, I wanted to thank you for watching my video. Hope you got something out of it, or at least found it interesting. Please, in the comments down below, let me know if there's a tool or an item that you have that maybe I haven't thought about. That's one thing that this channel is about, is community, the Living Frugal and Prepping community. Other people watch your or read your comments down below, and they might find something interesting. So please go down below, leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, leave a comment that you didn't like it. But anyway, up here will be a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Down here will take you to my latest video. Up here is one that I think you might like. And if you click on the little handsome face down here, it'll take you into subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Stay prepared.